Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, he fought against Cubone's mother and put her spirit to rest, and you may see that I'm in a battle and I ran into a haunter. I was on my way to the purification circle to get a free heal, and I just randomly ran into this haunter, which is the rarest Pokemon in the tower. How do I want to do this? I want to send out KK, but he's too weak, so I might need to give him a free heal. Let's bring out the Ghastly. Yep, if I brought KK out, he would have been dead. I could do Fixed Dead. I'm gonna go for the Lick and try to go for the Paralysis. Or it can weaken itself for me. Alright, let's try and go for the capture. So I only have Great Balls, but... 1, 2, 3... Nice! If you get the feeling of being watched in the darkness when no one is around, Haunter is there. See, I wasn't expecting to run into this, because even though on this floor they're about a 6% encounter, where I think everywhere else they're about a 1%, I was not expecting to run into it. Alright, let's heal up. Or get forced into a fight. Anyway, as we're fighting this Ghastly and we're gonna heal, I want to talk a bit about Cubone's mother. So, we just fought the mother, and in the Gen 1 games, I was about to say the original FireRed. Well, I guess technically the original FireRed. But anyway, in the original Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow, you just beat the ghosts up, and that's enough to calm her down. And then naturally, with FireRed and Leaf Green being remakes of those games, you do the exact same thing. You have Gerson be paralyzed so he doesn't do a thing. No. You beat the ghosts up, and that is enough to calm her down and put her spirit to rest. How they handle it, though, any other time it's been brought up, is much more interesting and much more touching. Because in the Pokemon Origins anime that came out many years ago, Red actually does use the Silph Scope to identify it, and then he does fight it. But after he's done fighting it, before the Marowak goes away, its child, the Cubone, shows up, and the Marowak gets to basically give its final farewell to its son before it returns into the afterlife. And that is so touching. I love how the Origins anime did that. That is such a touching scene. I highly recommend going and looking that up. It is such a touching scene. And even Let's Go, as much of that problems that Let's Go has, and don't think is as good, I will admit that scene, it changes how you do the Marowak encounter, because you don't fight the Marowak, you just identify it, and then the Cubone shows up, and that's enough to calm it down, and it says its final farewell before departing to the afterlife, which again is a very touching scene. I also recommend getting ambushed by other Pokemon. No, I recommend go looking that up, because it's so touching. So yeah, I love how in the Origins anime and Let's Go, they make that scene much more impactful. Oh, and emotional, rather than be like, okay, it's just another wild Pokemon that you have to beat up, that you can't capture. So I absolutely love that. Alright, let's go upstairs. And we can see Golden Graves. We are at the top of the tower, and I can also spot Team Rocket. They're up to no good. What do you want? Why are you here? Yeah, I forget if any of these Rocket Grunts mention it, but basically, they showed off better in the Origins anime, and I think they briefly mentioned it in Let's Go. Is that these Rocket Grunts have been trapped up here because the Marowak downstairs was basically guarding the door, so they couldn't leave, even unless they want to get like beaten and mauled to death by the Marowak. So, and the only reason the Marowak didn't come up here to try and pursue and take them down is because, if I recall correctly, they have Mr. Fuji. And the Marowak recognizes Mr. Fuji and does not want to bring any harm to him. So, it's why the Marowak doesn't actively try to come up here and just murder all of Team Rocket. First Scrooge level 19. But yeah, and I remember in the Origins anime, I think even the Team Rocket Grunts that were here were extremely happy to see Red, because they've been trapped in this tower for like days, according to the Origins anime. I think they were basically starving to death. Like, they were so weak they could barely move, so when Red showed up, I'm actually gonna see how well Frisk can fight Subat. Well, not if he gets confused. But they have been trapped for so long, I think they were actually happy to see Red. I might be misremembering, because it has been a while since I watched the Origins anime, but I know that they weren't in the best of shape. And of course, Frisk decides to hurt himself like an idiot. At least he snapped out of the confusion. Alright, Frisk, you got a win on your belt. Oh, the goal back though, you're not going to be fighting. Come on, Flame Wheel. Critical hit, nice. I give up. I'm not going to forget this. Heal up Frisk. Heal up K. And there's Mr. Fuji. This old guy marched right up to our hideout. Then he started ranting about how Team Rocket's abusing Pokemon. So we're just talking it over as adults. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Is it raining outside, really? Hope it doesn't get too loud. Yeah. I can't remember your good in the... Oh. Wait, Coffee doesn't have Levitate, does it? Yes, it does. God damn it. And great, he's poisoned. Or not, surprisingly. Alright, let's switch you out. Oh, it's a good thing I swap you out! Because the coffin decided it did not want to live anymore. Let's screw to level 20. Yeah, I'll switch you out for KK. Ooh, nice dodge. Fight down. Of course, it starts raining, and already a fair bit in. And I haven't saved because I was fighting that haunter. Please, no more. Pokemon are only good for making money. Why not use them? You stay out of our business. Fight the last rocket grunt. You're not saving anyone, kid. I might just mute in between attacks. He's got 4 Pokemon. He's going to start with a Zubat. Critical hit! Way to go, Friss! Alright, another Zubat's on its way. Let's see how you do. I'm gonna switch him out so that way I can heal him. Let's bring in KK. Okay, Friss can deal with a Rattata. Well, let's go, Friss. Yeah, we actually finally get to see Bone Club because Friss can actually use it. Wow, that was a crit. Down goes the Rattata. Raticate, I'll definitely switch you out. First screw level 21. Nice. Ooh, focus energy. Do I want him to know that? Because using that makes it that way he's more likely to get critical hits. Yeah, I think I might have him know it for the time being. And then we defeated Team Rocket. Don't fight us, Rockets! You're not getting away with this! You came to save me? Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the spirit of Cubone's mother. I think Marowak's spirit has finally left us. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Pokemon house at the foot of this tower. So we get warped to the house. Mr. Fuji's been playing alone for Cubone's mother. Red, your Pokédex quest is one that requires strong dedication. Without deep love for Pokemon, your quest may fail. I'm not sure if this will help you, but I like you to have it. And we get the Pokeflute. Upon hearing the Pokeflute, sleeping Pokemon will spring awake. Try using it on Pokemon that are sleeping obstacles. This is really... Okay, she doesn't change her dialogue. Yeah, we get to hear a bit more of the Lavender Town theme. But yes, we are now done here because we now have the Pokeflute. So there is... If I pull up my map... There is technically 2 ways we can go, because our next destination will be here at Fuchsia. Now, there are 2 ways to go, because there are 2 Snorlaxes blocking the way. We can either go through Route 12 to go into Route 13, which is the long way, which has a lot of trainer battles and a few wild battles. Or you can go through Route 16 and go down Route 17 to 18 to get to the Safari Zone, which is much more faster. I do plan on doing both routes. But which one will we do first? Well, you're gonna have to wait until the next episode for that. So if you enjoyed this episode, do like the videos, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so that way more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Later, everybody.